Welcome to another edition of Caps and Cards. I'm your host, Spidey, and I'm joined today by
TJ North Shore Fitted. I was at Teacher Appreciation Night at Fenway Park today, where they played the John's team, the Blue Jays. It was a pretty cool game. They gave away the giveaway for the game was this little tumbler mug with the apple on it for Teacher Appreciation Night.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it was a pretty chilly game. Both teams, if it was July, both teams probably would have had a couple home runs. The cold air kind of drove them down a little bit. It was a pretty fun game. Connor Wong got his first start of the season. And for those who don't know who Connor Wong is, he was included in the Mookie Betts trade. This is his Bowman Chrome first. He had the go-ahead sac fly after Story tied it up with an RBI double. And I believe it was Zach Collins of the Blue Jays who had a solo shot home run onto the bullpen.
Okay.
Well, it was a pretty fun game. We got to see Whitlock make his first save of the year, which is pretty cool. And we have a couple cool Whitlock cards to show off.
Okay.
With the auto.
That's the Bowman's best. Yes, Bowman's best.
Yeah, pretty cool.
With rookie card.
Cool. Yeah, it was really dope too because he was a fifth, a Rule 5 pick from the New York Yankees. For those of you know. He had Bobby Dahlbeck had a nasty save in the ninth inning to get the second out. He stopped the ball and kicked it over to Whitlock to get the out, so that George Springer didn't come up with a man on base. Bowman Chrome Bowman Chrome first. Pretty cool card. And
every time I seem to have found one of those, though, I have done a very good appreciation on the card. Like, even if I found them in the bargain bins, like if I was going through like at sports cards, I go through their bin and be like, oh, Alec Baum, psych.
A lot of guys don't pay that much attention to the prospects when they first come up, unless they really light the world on fire like Randy Rosarena. A lot of them fly under the radar. Like that Connor Wong was out of the bargain bin at that show I went to a while back. Paid less than $1 for it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be going back for trying to find somebody's bargain bins now, because I know I passed on a Matt Manning autograph in one of his bins, and I know somebody else snatched it, and I'm sure it'll be worth money this year.
Well, there's tons of guys that are up that would have been normally up. Like I'm sure Spencer Torkes and stuff was probably a little bit down before. Oh, because he was a top prospect, right?
In the high hundreds, almost thousands in single A.
Yeah, Jesus. But I'm pretty hyped for the Kyrie, the Nets and Celtics series. Game 1 was pretty eventful. For those who don't know, Kyrie got fined $50,000 for his actions against the Boston fans because he flipped off a fan. He flipped off a fan who was courtside, who apparently said something to him. Both sides said different things. And when he was going to the locker room, he had to walk by fans at the Legends level. And he told the fans to suck, and I quote, suck his dick. They asked Kyrie how the game went because Smart had an inbound pass Tatum to win it with a layup. Pretty cool game, pretty cool thing. Kyrie just needs to learn to grow up. He knows the Boston fans are going to hate him for his actions. He should just live up to. The only reason the Boston fans are trying to agitate him more now is because they know they're getting to him.
Yeah, I think it's more of like I think he got the Brooklyn lingo, and he's not even from there, and he got that shit in like 6 months. So
he's lucky that he's not playing these older Celtics teams, because like KG would have kicked the shit out of him. All this stupid shit. Even looking further back, like Kevin McHale was another guy who used to brawl. You don't step on logos or courts and disrespect people. You might not have liked it here, and you want them to know we didn't like it here. But you don't need to start all this stupid bullshit. I'm sure the Nets head coach is probably having a fit. Steve Nash, correct? The coach of the Brooklyn Nets.
Steve Nash, yeah. as
Seems
one
like
of my guys described him, Steve Nash looks like he's about to go out back and get a few grams of coke.
well,
The way he wears that hoodie, like they're like nobody would recognize who he even is.
yeah, he's lucky. Kyrie's lucky he's not playing guys like McHale. Big guy that probably just fucking if you stepped on that Celtics logo and disrespected it, that Celtics pride used to be a thing. Like they'd go down and just kick the shit out of you.
So somebody mentioned it on the radio, and he didn't have any like Boston people calling into his show. It was CBS Sports, and I don't really mess with this guy because, and I don't even want to mention his name. It wasn't really worth it. He makes some big bucks doing this, but he was talking about how, Kyrie's, he would make the shot and then he would put his hands behind his bed, flipping off people. And I was like, all right, so next time I think he's going to do the Macarena and then just keep flipping people off. So that'd be kind of funny.
You just got to grow up, man. I don't get it. Like,
well, so the one thing that really agitated him, so I'll give you the sign language sign and everybody viewing can figure out what it really is. So
they were chanting it at they were chanting it at Fenway today. It was pretty funny. I had to explain to my aunt why, because she doesn't watch basketball, why they were chanting that.
Well, for those that don't know, we have to start basic. So everybody was going with the FJB, and then it kind of turned into an F Kyrie, as I have interpreted it.
Yeah. It was just but not proud moment for Boston sports fans, I would say.
I don't think that was one of the worst Boston sports moments that
I think the worst one I've heard recently was probably a couple years ago when Adam Jones was on the Orioles, and on deck circle someone called him the N word, supposedly, and was throwing peanuts at him.
all right, but how about when 1 ton of Butterfingers was dropped in like Patriots? Oh, it was in Faneuil Square. Somebody dropped a ton of Butterfingers because of Edelman. I mean, that's not a proud moment either, but
when you win consistently and you're able to make the Super Bowl basically every other year, it doesn't sting as much.
yeah, but it's still like, I don't know. But I mean, other than, so the other topic this guy brought up was, if Kyrie would have done that in Philadelphia, Wednesday's game would have been a 2-battery minimum.
Yeah, Philly fans are a different breed, man. They're like they're probably one of the most toxic fan bases. Eli Manning said the worst place he ever played was Lincoln Field. Lincoln Field, where the Eagles play. He said, I was getting D-cells thrown my helmet, and I was getting a 4-year-old telling me to go fuck my
mother. You know what? Actually, I didn't even realize I was more prepared than I thought. So
and it's gonna be it was kind of poetic in the fact that the Nets made it through the play-in and they had to play Boston. It was kind of like worked out that way. I was surprised Kyrie played because he only played one regular season game in Boston, and that was because at that time he wasn't allowed to play in New York, so he'd only play on the road. So they made him play basically to get his contract. That's that sick custom you got from downtown at New Era, correct?
yes.
It's a Clippers hat because the Buffalo Braves became the Clippers, correct?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, you have that sick Josh Allen custom too.
Yeah, I bought a swing man and had it customized. So
Yeah,
Not a
pretty
deep
cool.
curve. I don't mind it. I like this one that has more white than the orange outline one that I do have, because
I
it makes.
personally, I personally like that powder blue one. I think you have or have seen.
I don't have the powder blue one, but this part right here, when it's all orange, it kind of looks like the Hank Hill, the propane Strickland
Yeah,
propane logo that way. So if you turn it, it kind of looks like the Strickland propane logo, in my opinion. So uh I still think you should keep a couple of those flat just so you can be like, hey, but that's just me.
it just depends on like the way how it fits. Like if it's China, I don't mind the it being flat. If
So
anything,
this
but that
Oh yeah, so I did wanna say that this is a louse, but I mean it's a perfect fit. I mean,
this was a pickup from Lids from a few years back. This is kind of a cool
but I
colorway.
can tell you, I can certainly feel right here where somebody definitely pushed right here with both thumbs. I can feel it. So I
But with
don't,
any handmade product, stuff's gonna be a little different, varying from product from hat to hat. You can pick two hats of the same size, and they'll be slightly different.
but the one thing, and we'll get to that in a second, when when they display hats, they put them on like little just molds that look like the hat. So I mean, this hat doesn't feel as boxy because it certainly feels like it's much more form fitting, and you don't see as much of the side profile on this hat as like in some of the other hats for us. But when it comes to talking about big hats, let me tell you. Oh, and the fucking tag on this is a fucking CVS receipt. It's sticking out like probably. Did you see it? Oh my god.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I get a little rat tail going.
Yeah, so this is the new Fear of God tag. Um
I'd probably cut that out if I bought it.
yeah, I'm thinking about it actually. So it reads panel front, 100% polyester. Let me see here. Mid and rear panels and visor, 100% wool made in China. Fabrics imported. But yeah, I'm thinking about already cutting that CVS receipt off. There was only one other time. I think it was one of those minor league it was one of those fucking minor league hats that I got that had a CVS receipt. It was the Durham Bull Sharks.
Yeah, as you know, I'm a fan of the Fear Gods. I have this one. And I had the red one.
It's just a wee bit tight, but it's
Had a
not bad.
green bottom. Gray.
Gray.
Gray. I like the green bottoms.
Yeah,
If
so
I
I
was
kind of got to break it in a little bit, but as you can see, the crown on this one, it kind of felt like it was a little smushed. I think you can see a little better when but yeah, I'm gonna have to break this one in. The Batterman is the typical, it's your flat. It's there, but it's not there. Um,
out,
but that's a new low, I think, even for New Era. Like, what the fuck is that?
well, they can keep pumping stuff. They can keep pumping stuff up. People are gonna buy it.
Yeah, so
Because I trained
made in China now with imported materials. That is so China
well,
can't even get China things anymore.
all the essential ones are made in China or Laos.
No, no, all these tags say China.
Well, speaking of like production changes, was that Clean Cat, they changed it from Serape to, I wasn't sure, I think a red bottom
No, it was pinky.
or a pink. Yeah, yeah, these are both China too.
Yeah, all your fear of God should be China, but the tag, instead of saying China materials, we'll say imported materials now.
Yeah. Unless you have one of the non-essential ones, like the exclusive ones are made in America.
I just seen how fucking wonk the brim on this one is.
Yeah, you get a little. Well, that's the luxury for you. You can go to get them blocked and whatnot.
Nah, I'm just gonna fucking hammer it out.
A player I'm excited to see for this series and the Nets Celtics series is Peyton Pritchard. The Celtics like sixth man comes off the bench. He also wears Kyrie's old number. Ernest Cantor was the another one that wore Kyrie's number after Kyrie came. I really miss Ernest Cantor as a Celtic because he was a pretty funny dude. He said that if anybody comes in a Kyrie jersey with a duct tape to my name, I'll sign it.
That's cool. That's cool.
When we have him. I'm hoping somewhere out there's somebody trying to sell a signed Ernest Cantor, a Kyrie Irving jersey with Cantor's name on it. With duct tape over it.
They're backwards. You can't go wrong. Can't tell it's all fucky.
This is a cool one from a couple years ago. It's the City Edition. It's got the parquet floor like the garden, the Boston flag. Ugh, nice hat.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely just a quick episode from us tonight. Definitely we're excited for the NBA playoffs. Obviously, I can't wait for
the NHL's on the rise, and the Bruins finally were able to clinch their playoff spot the other day. And they kicked the shit out of the Blues in overtime, winning the game.
Yeah, so I'm excited for the NHL playoffs as well. I believe we're gonna call that a wrap until after tomorrow's Celtics Nets game.
Yeah.
See us after the game for comments and just funny shit, because I know we're gonna be seeing something. There's no way that Kyrie goes silent after this. Even if he gets suspended, he's not going without a bang.
Oh, you should have heard that post game conference where he was like, those fans are brutal. He's like, blah, 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 blah. You're putting gasoline on the fire. You got to go the Bill Belichick way and just not say anything.
Well, obviously Kyrie is not Bill Belichick, so
yeah, he's a very emotional person.
Yeah, apparently. In other news, we'll see you guys tomorrow night for post-game recap. And that's all we got for today. So as always, peace, love, and caps.